Hello. In this time when we're all sitting in front of our computers, I wanted to give you some stretches to do. And these are really kind of nice stretches, help to relax you, ease some discomfort you may be having from being over the computer looking at your screens all day long. I do want to give a little disclaimer. I'm a physical therapist. I've taught people these exercises for many years, but I also ask people if they've had any previous injury. So if you've had an injury, be careful. Don't push yourself. Don't overdo this. What I tell people is you go to where you start to feel a little bit of a stretch or discomfort and hold it and see how it feels. If you've had a neck, shoulder, elbow, wrist, back injury, again, be very careful with these. You don't want to overdo it. And if you've had these and you're concerned, talk to the doctor. If you've done these exercises and you're feeling like you've overdone it, go back and talk to your doctor about them. While you're doing these exercises, what you can do is you can take sips of water while you're sitting there. Have those sips of water because we're getting dehydrated. We're sitting all day. We're getting focused on things. And we forget to drink the water. We may have our coffee in the morning, but we forget the water throughout the day. And while you're doing that, take your eyes off the screen. Look at something about 20 feet away. Focus on it for about 20 seconds. I have a hummingbird feeder outside my window that I use. It's really kind of nice. I get to check out what they're doing, watch them get their food, their water, and all of that. Kind of nice, relaxing, calming for me. The other thing that's very calming is deep breathing. So what I do is we take 3 deep breaths. We inhale to a count of 5, hold it for a count of 3, and then you exhale at a count of 7. This really empties our lungs out. So let's go ahead and do one right now. We're going to go inhale to a count of 5. Ready? Okay, kind of helps just to get everything relaxing and moving around. First stretch we're going to do is what I call an overhead stretch. It's going to stretch out the shoulders, hopefully straighten your neck a little bit so that you're not so hunched over. And I don't want to increase pain, but we're going to start sitting up straight. So you really want to be up straight. Clasp the hands. You're going to push your hands out in front of you, and then you're going to raise them up to the ceiling, and you're going to push up to the ceiling. You're not necessarily pushing backwards. You're pushing up to the ceiling. I want you to elongate your trunk. Really, really stretch it out. Hold it. And then relax and come back down so that you really are getting a nice stretch going on. Again, clasp the hands, turn them inside out in front of you, raise up, push way up to the ceiling. Really stretch out that trunk because we've been sitting. Everything's slumped down into each other. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, and then relax and come back down. Next one is what I call a seated spinal twist. Okay, you take one hand, put it on the opposite knee, and then you're going to reach the other hand behind you and reach and look back over that shoulder as far as you can, comfortably, no pain. So you're going to keep looking. If you can only get to here, I'm great with that. And you're going to look, 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 look. You'll feel that all the way down your back. And relax. And again, now we take the other hand across. And remember to sit up straight before you start this. You don't want to start this in a rounded position. You want to be sitting up straight. Reach back, reach back, reach back, reach back. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Relax. I can feel that across the front of my chest. I can feel it in my upper back, a little bit in my lower back. So that's a really nice one to do for your back. This one I love. I love this one. Seated shoulder stretch. So it looks like she's grabbing her head and holding on. She really isn't. She's placing her hands back here, and what she's doing is she's pulling her elbows back. So I don't really have to even have my hands touching, other than it gets my elbows up high. And that's kind of what I want to do. I want to get those elbows up and stretch. Opens up the chest, feels good. The focus is you're pinching your shoulder blades together. So the shoulder blades should pinch together. Not pulling here, not pulling on your head. Pinch the shoulder blades. If you have a hard time getting your arms up this high, go ahead and grab your shoulders. Bring them back here. Pinch the shoulder blades. So that's the focus, because that's the muscle we've been stretching out as we're hanging over our computers. So pinch the shoulder blades, bring your hands, bring your elbows back. Okay. Next one I'm going to do, I've got to turn the computer down so you can see it. So she's taking her hands and she's putting them on the table. Now, if you have trouble with your wrists, don't go all the way onto the table. Come to the edge. Just give it a nice stretch this way. I'll show you right here. So see, I've got it right here. I'm not overstretching, because the stretch comes when I lean back. So if I go all the way here, I may lean way forward and then come back so that I can get that stretch in that wrist. And again, really comfortable, don't cause pain, and relax. It just kind of helps relieve any of that tightness that's going on there. And the last one we're going to do is called finger stretches. So you're going to take your hands, spread them out on the table, and then you're going to raise your fingers one at a time off the table. If you can't do both hands at the same time, I'm fine. Do one hand, because I might be eating a snack or drinking my coffee with the other hand right now. But I want you to think about raising those fingers up and stretching out the muscles and tendons that go all the way up to your elbows. So you should be feeling that stretch. One thing I wanted to show you is we're going to put this on our website, and if you print it with all the pictures together, you now have a nice little handout that you can post next to your computer and have available, so it'll give you a visual reminder of what comes next.